Mhm.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. And tonight is, well, it's been Carolyn's birthday all day, but tonight, a special birthday girl, our birthday baby, and
Yay.
Diva, Carolyn. Congratulations and happy birthday, my friend. So that's why we're all dressed up. We're all dressed up with no place to go. So we came here to dream together. There you go.
Yep.
Awesome. So yeah, welcome everybody. We're glad to have you, and hello to Froxy and Ness, and to who else is here? Charlie and Juanita and Rossi and Mary and Kim and Ginny and Anya and Tiffany, and thank you all for being here. Wow, I'm glad you're here. Barbara Nesper is here as well. So yeah, Diana has got a dream that's quite extensive. And if you didn't feel like you got any sleep last night, this might be the reason why. So
Exactly.
I'll let her talk a little bit about it, and we'll take other dreams up here. Hi, Mary Thornberry. Good to see you. And
Sounds
by the
great.
way, yeah, I just want to say that we think there was just somebody that clicked the wrong button last night, right in the middle of the show, because that's what Terry said. She was there too, and Carolyn, and everybody in my show with Marina. Again, apologies to anybody that we didn't mean to block. That person didn't mean to block anybody. So please understand. And happy birthday to you, Carolyn, from Charlie in the
Oh,
chat. Yes, Amy, go ahead and post your dream. Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Oh, all right, Diana, go right ahead, my friend.
Okay, so seriously, if everybody was there, so many of you were there. I saw your faces. I can't tell you what your job was, but
Uh-huh.
the dream actually came in three parts. In the first part, I could see people, but I was mostly concerned with Alice over here. I was teaching Alice how to set the board in code for red, white, and blue.
Mm,
Okay. And
mhm,
um, it was like that one time I had brickwork, and this
mhm.
red, white, and blue was going to be brickwork. So she was working on that board. But I had to explain to her, you've got, and then the color's going to come down this way and it's going to run through the mortar blocks and blah, 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 blah. Well, I woke up and I went and did my business and came back to bed and fell asleep. And I was right back where I was. And she was there coding everything. So she'd gotten it and figured it out, and she was setting everything in motion.
Uh-huh.
Callie showed up, and Callie Healer was doing the pastels. Now, there wasn't anyone on this board right here. However, I think that it was connected to Carolyn, who is at this board. Funny, she turns up tonight wearing a sequined hat because that's what was in the diamond pad. And she is taking the codes from here and turning them into sound frequency. And then Sir Peter over here, where is that? On this side, wearing the same sequins on his head, had a full beard. I can see him blowing a horn with a full beard.
Oh,
Slicked.
like a falcon.
And he's pumping out the sound and the frequency. Now we have Mother Mary up here watching over us.
Oh.
It's an umbrella, and he's pumping it like a Nerf blaster.
It's like
And
billows.
pumping the
Looks like
bumpers.
billows, right?
All
Like,
on the notes,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, just to help things along, now I also want to say that Allie has worn this headdress before.
Oh, yeah.
And that was when we were in Avalon and the Isle of Apples, and we had the 5 pips ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I had just run up the stairs because there was a huge commotion up there, and right behind me is Teresa Ford. She's wearing antlers and running on two legs that were deer legs. Okay, so she runs up the stairs, and when you get to the top, there's a landing, and then it turns and goes up another level. In that other level, I'm already in there somewhere. I don't know where I was, right?
Mhm.
There's a whole crowd of people behind these two, but these two have punched holes in solid oak doors, and they're coming through. Up on top of the door jamb is Ness, and she has a net. This net is loaded with the frequency codes, and not the frequency codes, but the color codes that Allie was punching in for red, white, and blue. What Kelly was putting in was going to Carolyn, and she was converting it to the sound frequency. At the top of the stairs is Rossi.
Rossi, you didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, right. And I haven't drawn it in her yet, but she is being trained on board this ship to be a healer, to be a starseed healer. But what she was doing here, since she's still in training and not full-fledged, she was documenting who was injured, where they were laying, how to send them energy, simple energy to get them through what was going on, but then also go back and get them to take them to the infirmary. Her pen was beautiful. It's gold with a curved hilt and a beautiful jeweled, well, I guess that's the whole hilt, right? And then, Peter, you would know. And then the sword part of it, or the pen part of it, is shaped like a pendulum, really fat at one end and very pointy at the other, but it's solid gold and it's all filigree.
Wow.
And so,
But don't forget about the bison.
oh no, because this is coming up. All right. Let's see.
We all got around on that one.
Oh, Julie was with us also, though I don't know where she went, right? And before I even went to sleep, welcome to the bathroom, right? Everything happens when you're in the bathroom. I'm getting this download, and you know, the sphere, when they show you the energy that's coming off of the sun and how it's hitting the earth, and they do this thing with all the lines, looks like a slinky, rounded. Yeah. Okay. So this light starts coming in, and then it shrinks and forms a blue light, and in there is I'm the death.
The death?
I'm the death.
Okay.
Reborn.
Reborn.
Right. And then more came along, as well as this. Now, what they were showing me, I knew that those were ley lines. Those were new ones growing. They are not straight like the others right now. And even the straight ones are prolonged in that straightness and the width. It normally doesn't go on that long. So all of these new ley lines are being developed. Then I went to sleep.
Are you sure that it looks a lot like Keith's varicose veins?
Or mine, for that matter. For sure. Oh, another thing, there were two dresses involved that were just hanging up there, right? One was like a salmon pink with all kinds of different layers of tulle and sparklies of various shades of that salmon pink, a little orange here and a beautiful bodice. And the other one was a slimline green and teal brocade. That when you looked in another direction, that brocade turned into two different colors. Brocade does that, but it's still with the same colors, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Normally, this would turn from the teal and green, it would turn into purple and periwinkle,
Oh,
a
beautiful.
pastel. So then, Kelly zipped into this room and went to the coating panel that was down. Oh, she left this room and went back downstairs. That's too much explanation. Then here is Annie Bear and Terry, and there is a stampede of bison coming in. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages about bisons lately.
Really?
And then, yes, especially since what's with Joaquin Glee, the white buffalo calf that was just born.
Mhm.
I watched the naming ceremony and I received a blessing from that for everybody that was watching and the crowd. And it was gorgeous. And ever since then, they've been coming down in droves, whether it's on a movie or in a vision or just in lucid dreaming meditation style. So when they came in, I wasn't surprised. There was certainly more than 3. There was probably 300, and they were stamping everywhere. Woke up again, went back to sleep. Basically, this whole thing is still going on, but now in another room beyond this is a chair with a path through the woods. And I walked down this path and entered a building and was impressed by this big desk, walnut desk that had the presidential seal on it.
Oh.
Biden was sitting behind it. He got up and walked around it and went and sat down on 2 sofas. This is not the Oval Room because the Oval Room is not set up like that. It's so much bigger. Besides, this was just a private little here we are get together room. And as he was sitting there, it became very obvious that Kamala and Tim were there on one sofa and he was on the other, and they were talking. And they were close to each other and they kind of laughed and everything. And then they got up and turned around and faced me. End of story. Woke up for the day.
Awesome. So, yeah, hold on. Pierrette wants to say woo woo, you diva, Carolyn. Happy birthday. And other
Yay.
people too. So, yeah. So I just wanted you to know that. Thanks, Pierrette. So, hi, Willow. I agree with this earth energy. That's the bison, but all the other stuff is the energy from up above, right? And but leave it to Annie and Terry to bring in the grounding energy of the whole thing. But
Right.
yeah, it really has to be that, don't you think?
Well, the bison are running in the sky now too.
Yes.
They're running on the land and in the sky.
I see them in the clouds even.
Yeah.
I mean, it usually
Wow.
is dragons, but right now it's the bison. And
Yeah.
when we think about red, white, and blue and Biden being there, and
Yep.
we who are standing up and saying, I want my flag back.
Yeah, because
know?
it's because people have been going USA at the Harris and Walls because it isn't just a MAGA thing.
Yes.
It's what we want. So, but they're probably thinking, oh, they stole that from, like we're not patriotic or something,
Right.
Yeah.
So I really was not there alone. There's not enough room on the paper to draw all the faces that I saw and recognized. Like Wiki was there, and oh my God, Jen was there. Just everybody. Leah was there. I don't know if I drew her in here yet or not, but it was quite the dream and quite the sequence of events. And so Ness.
Yeah.
You're not the only one who dreams in sequence.
Amazing.
I think the office they were in is the president's private office.
Yay. Party office or private office?
Private.
Both.
Well, yeah.
Where he keeps the
I'm
good.
voting it. Yeah, I think it's their private office.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. It did look, there is a room off of the west wing that is a private, but,
Mhm.
Right.
and it might have been that one, it might have been another one, because it looked like there were more windows in it. The one off of the west wing is just got small windows. It's not huge,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Well, I just think everybody's saying that they didn't sleep well last night.
There you go. Y'all
Linda Kennedy and a few others, Anya, a few others. And you didn't either, Terry? Okay.
I did not. No.
I did.
Exhausted day.
This is an older thing, makes you tired.
Well, you were doing that frequency thing. Of course you were sleeping well.
I
Let's
just,
play music.
yeah.
Right. Ness, you should have seen that the net. I mean, you talk about fishers of men and Yeshua and his casting
Mhm.
out the net and all of that business. It was huge like that. But
Mhm.
as it was unfurling, it was color code. And they stopped, right there. They couldn't go through it, they couldn't get past it. And it
Mhm.
like was in a balloon, like like the wind was gusting the sails of a ship.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Lots of birthday wishes, Carolyn. Interesting that creatures that were so poorly served by humans are also ascending with the earth in us.
Yeah.
How true is that?
Mhm.
Wow.
I
It's so
love that.
beautiful, Leah.
Yeah, we almost wiped them completely out, didn't we?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
did.
they're coming back. A
Yeah.
lot of them.
A lot of them are. Yeah.
There's
a
a
lot of
lot
them that
of
they thought were gone, and the species have been being rediscovered.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mary says bison means abundance awaits us if we act with respect and honor. That is what they are asking us to do. Beautiful, Mary. That's really nice. Yeah, I agree. All right. Holy blessings to you, unconditional love, agape love. Well, thank you, Serge. That's very nice of you. Welcome to the show.
right.
Yeah. If you've got any dreams that you'd like to share with us, we'd love to hear them. So Lori woke up this morning covered in sweat. She must have been on rescue missions last night.
Right.
Might have been bringing the injured to Rossi.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's funny.
Medic!
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
Stretcher
didn't sleep.
bearer.
You didn't sleep well, Ness, because you were too busy with that net. So
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
heavy.
yeah.
You were saying, oh, I can do this. No.
Does Rossi have black hair? It's dark hair. Is it black, Rossi?
Well, she had a hoodie up.
Yeah.
And she had
Okay.
this thing hanging off of her hoodie, which
CJ did
I mean,
not-
it was blinking. So I think it was, helping her with the sensory perception of where things were. And like, that's where she was sending a signal to mark the spot.
You're breaking up, Diana. Can
Oh.
hardly hear you. Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
It's
don't know
like-
why.
She
Mhm.
was wearing a black hoodie, and
Yeah.
on that hoodie was this signal that
Yeah.
was, I think she sent the signal through here to mark the spot where people needed to go back and retrieve.
Oh, I see. Okay. So CJ said she didn't sleep well either, but she met me at some kind of a fair or convention.
That's so
And,
cool,
you know,
CJ.
With all those other people there, that
Right?
probably was like that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the
Wow.
jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah. All right. And you've been sleeping, Willow? That's all right. You can sleep for all of us, honey.
Please.
Cheryl, you didn't sleep either. All right. All right. You were seeing animal faces streaming in your third eye, Mary Starshine? All right.
Awesome.
Amy slept horribly. Well, isn't something also going on with the sun energies? I mean, haven't we had
Yeah.
some real bad storms?
Yes, we were in a level 4 yesterday. I haven't looked to see what it is yet today, but it
Okay.
was also, the news has come out that it is going to continue like this till 2026.
Okay. All right. Wonderful.
Hi,
Diana,
Dr.
is
Dan.
some of us Diana, everybody wants what you're smoking so they can have a good dream.
Right? Right, Linda? Yeah.
Homegrown. No.
Wow.
Oh, and Anya says, I heard a long time ago that the species that are becoming and will be extinct will be replaced by entirely new. And they're finding some of those, actually. They said
Yeah.
they found some. And they also, didn't they find a Tasmanian tiger that was supposedly
Extinct.
extinct in 1936?
Yeah,
Or
a few
something like that?
species that were supposed to be extinct that they're finding, and then they are finding a lot of new species too, especially in the really deep crevasses of the ocean.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Dr. Ann, it's
Ann.
great to see you, my dear. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Slipping
Um,
into other timelines and dimensions as I'm awake, of course. You're in that part of the world where the Tasmanian devil lives.
Well, not yeah, that's the devil, though. Yeah.
Well, Tasmania.
So you're dreaming of the Blue Angels? Oh, there you
oh,
go.
beautiful.
All
You mean
right.
the flying guys, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
God.
that was another one. There's an angel. Maybe someone here knows what this angel's name is. He showed up and he kept peering around corners. He had the white, shocking hair of Metatron, but it wasn't Metatron, and it was very curly and cropped very short. And his skin was pale white, well, probably had a bluish tinge to it. But that was just from the aura around him.
Yeah.
But I don't know who this angel was. I've never met this angel before. And it was like, nope, it's a secret. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
You'll
Mhm.
know when it's necessary.
Yeah. And he was having
So
fun.
you have
I
had
love it.
sightings of the Tasmanian tigers. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I
Yeah.
just wonder if that was Walking Glee, the baby bison.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Leah says she's going to find out who that looks like and let us know.
okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Dr. Ann, I started watching your show and then I had to go on the Akashic Records show, so I didn't get to finish it.
Oh, okay. Wow, everybody. Lots of energy here. Lots and lots and lots of energy. Yeah. All right. So Laurie says, it's my understanding that animals never go extinct. The galactics take them to planets and keep them safe. They do bring some back and bring in new ones from time to time.
Mhm.
Well, their DNA's got to be in the soil and in the permafrost, and
Yep.
woolly mammoths are coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it's the Archangel Sandalphon. That's who that might be. Isn't Archangel Sandalphon the
Sandalphon. Yeah,
Sandalphon?
his brother.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, his brother? I thought it was his sister.
Well, they don't know if it's
okay.
family. They say cousin or brother in the Kabbalah.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. Naturally, we all come from somewhere. Well, thank you. Leah, I love that. I love that. Yeah. Happy birthday also to Kelly from Dozen Cats. And to, her birthday was yesterday. And happy birthday to Terry Suzuki, whose birthday is today.
So Terry Suzuki too. Happy birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Sharon Donnelly is tomorrow.
Oh, well, what's going on?
She has a birthday tomorrow.
Sharon Donnelly.
Sharon Donnelly.
Yeah. Sharon Donnelly.
Oh, that's right.
Lots of Leos, lots of lions going on here.
Well, and everybody was so nice today. Have you noticed that people are so nice?
That's because we're bringing in joy to this now.
Yes.
It was interesting. Terry and I started out our show on Sunday talking about joy, and of course that's being brought in by Tim and Kamala, and the whole show was electrified by just thinking of joy and joyful things. And
I was pushing the cart to my car from getting some shelving at Home Depot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a little gimpy, and this guy comes out of nowhere and says, "Let me help you." Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, he worked for Home Depot, but he was adorable. He's somebody I would have been dating back in the day, that's for sure. Hair down to here, gorgeous tan,
Ooh,
wonderful smile, wearing a Van
everybody
Halen
must
shirt,
get stoned.
right? And wearing a Van Halen shirt. I mean, what more do you want
Right.
from the 2008 concert? So,
Oh, well. All
but
right.
I mean, everybody in the store was like that. They wanted to help me, even if I didn't need it. It's like, okay, go ahead,
Wow.
have at it.
That's amazing. All right.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So let's talk a little bit about what Charlie asks here.
Okay.
What does it mean when you dream of deceased relatives and they appear like black and white negatives? Was I visiting them or were they visiting me? I just get this hit that says, not everything is in black and white.
And
There are
transparency.
shades of gray, and not everything can be explained.
Well,
That's what
and to go with that, I heard transparency.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, they were around when everything was in black and white and not in color, right?
Has he seen black and white photographs of them?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Yeah.
And I'm also drawn to thinking of the Day of the Dead. The celebration is if you don't do something to remember the person that has crossed over, their memory fades and they go into oblivion forever, and you don't. They aren't celebrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Mhm.
lost.
True. True. Yeah.
Maybe that was a way that they thought that you would be able to tell where they were coming in from. I know that sounds weird, Charlie, but it's like things aren't like you said, Allie. Things aren't what they seem.
Right. No photos, Charlie said. No photos.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have not seen a photo of them like that, but they
Okay.
probably lived in a time where their picture might have only been done in black and white, or, color film came out, but it was more expensive. You could get really cheap black and white pictures, but not as cheap colored pictures. They were
Yeah.
like transparent. They were transparent. Okay.
And what era? Because there
Yeah.
wasn't color film. There was a sepia tone or
Right.
gray tone when you back in the days of the camera just beginning, like in 1863. So what
Right.
era would these relatives have been dressed like?
Yeah. Also, Charlie, maybe that was the time that when they're coming in now, sometimes to make if it's a visitation, to make a full color visitation takes a lot of energy.
Oh,
And not
true.
always are they used to doing that, like they were transparent. Exactly.
Mhm.
So that's what they had the energy for, but they wanted you to see them.
Yeah.
It was important that you see them.
They're trying to make, I feel that you need to trust that they're coming through because they want to make a connection with you, and tell you not to be afraid of them coming. But I'm feeling like they were visiting you. You weren't visiting
Mhm.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I not so that she wasn't afraid. It says relax. And then
Okay.
the rising energy was receive. Receive,
Okay.
we've come to be with you.
Yeah, I got compassion. So that
Uh-huh.
lotus blossom opening up for you.
Uh-huh.
Go with the flow on it. There you are sitting in your chair and they're coming in that window. Just like a TV.
And Charlie, oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, okay. Something about forgiveness.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know if they might be asking for forgiveness for something, Charlie.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't have looked old. They would be more youthful. That's how they'd show themselves.
They can pick their age that they want to show up as.
Yeah.
Once you're up there, you can pick, if you like what you look like at 30, then that's what you choose, So, yeah.
I get it transitioning. They're transitioning.
Mm-hmm. To a
And that's
different,
why their energy is lower.
okay.
It
Or
was,
maybe coming back to be reincarnated, you mean, Carolyn?
yeah.
Okay.
That's why the energy is lower. But they wanted to say goodbye. And
Wow.
we love you. We've been with you.
Coming back or ascending even
They're-
higher.
No. Well, they could be ascending higher, but they're not going to be on the level they're on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
They're either coming back to Earth or
Okay.
ascending. Yeah, they're moving, but that is using a lot of their energy. And that's
Yeah.
why they
That's
appear
why.
transparent.
Wow, that's really awesome. Charlie, I think that's great. I hope you get some more hits like that. But if if you don't see them again, know that they're maybe reincarnated or ascending, and maybe you'll get some other folks that are with you and will show themselves to you. So yeah. Hi, Jay Marcus. Thanks everybody for wishing Carolyn a happy birthday. And I noticed, Willow, it's your birthday as well, coming up, or today or tomorrow. I don't know. Happy birthday, Willow.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
16 candles.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
How many times?
Twice.
just a few. Twice. That's it. Right.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So
That
Leah
would be-
had a dream. She saw a girl studying seriously, and every time I rolled over, she was on the other side, still studying. So when you went, she was over here, and then you rolled over, and she was over here. That's you, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, and Leah is constantly studying.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah is so wise and knowledgeable. Yeah, that's definitely you. And it might be you in a different time frame too. Different
Yeah.
dimension.
But everything's linear,
Yeah. Completely.
But I also think if you rolled over, one side's your right side, of course, one side's your left side. The right side's the physical, the left side's the spiritual. So you're studying physically and also spiritually while you're sleeping.
And you're
Yeah.
getting downloads.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool, Leah.
Oh, she
Boy,
was
you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
Oh, you were in a structure. I wonder if it was like a Merkaba or
Or the
Oh.
Akashic field.
could be.
Which in a Merkaba would make sense.
Mhm.
You flip flop all night. All right. Hello, Rainwater. It's nice to see you. So Willow's going to be 23 on the 18th, she says.
Okay,
Yay.
I like that
Is
one.
that an admitted?
Oh, it felt like a ship. Well, that's interesting.
A ship.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, of course.
Is Leah, is it made from crystalline energy on the inside?
Wow.
Like it's small on the outside, and you get in, and there's stairways and all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah. Lots of light.
Yeah. Lots of light is right.
And your mind is traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Well, and there's different kinds of ships, right?
Different levels on the ship.
Right. And different decks and
Yeah.
Yep.
And her mind is doing a lot of traveling.
traveling. Yeah. But that would make you tired. Yes. That would make you very tired, I would think.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the theme of the night is receive.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
You are programmed to receive. Oh my gosh. There's another song coming in. And still 21. She's got a
Tiffany-
good question in there too.
Tiffany dreams of her car disappearing all the time. That's your vehicle. That's your physical vehicle, your
Ability
right,
to transport yourself, to maneuver yourself,
right. To get around.
to move yourself, to
Do you
progress.
have health concern?
Point
Oh.
A
That
to
could also
point
be your
B.
physical body.
Do you have a health
Yeah.
concern, Tiffany, at all? That's what Carolyn's asking.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It can also be your emotional body and
Mhm.
your higher self.
Mhm.
So, Tiffany, sometimes it depends. If it's the color, like sometimes if it's red, I kind of denote it with a more physical.
Uh-huh.
But that can also be emotions. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, she
No,
doesn't
she doesn't have any
health.
health concerns. Okay.
Yeah.
So my feeling is if you have it happening and you can control what you remember, which is hard, are you driving it? Are you the passenger? Are you in the back seat? Is the car stalling? What
Is it
happens
parked?
before it disappears? Is it parked? Right. Yeah.
Are you
So-
outside of the car?
or inside? Yep. Yep. Yep.
And Tiffany, if it keeps disappearing, are you grounded? Like,
Mhm.
are you drove it
Oh,
there?
you
Yeah.
drove it there. Okay.
Yeah. It's real easy with this energy to be in the clouds and hanging around up there on the ceiling. So,
That's true. Yep.
um,
And so, yes, it is a responsibility. We carry our stuff. We we
Yeah.
get from here to there. Yeah.
I
But
leave
if you
everything
were
in the
driving it, you're in control. So you come out and the car is gone. Okay, I get you now. So
Mhm.
basically, your car is either stolen or you can't find it. I'm guessing. So, is there a fear of
Disappearing herself?
disappearing? Yeah, of
or
you
disappearing
disappearing.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
The other theme of the night,
Mm-hmm.
relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
So far,
Yeah.
I've drawn 2 cards
Mhm.
twice.
wow.
I got inspire.
Oh.
So I think that the dream is that you remember you remember that you have a car, that your car it does follow you around, or you use it and go around, but there might be some fear of possibly loss of some physical thing. And it could be aging. I
Leg
don't know.
movement.
Night movement, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I got nourish. So just and this can be so many different ways that we nourish, right? We
Sure,
can nourish
of course.
ourselves emotionally and physically.
But that kind of goes along with the health concern. So I'm just going to say maybe it's asking you to take a look at what you're eating and how you're taking care of yourself. Because
Yeah.
our self-care. Yeah.
Oh, I got a hit today. I forgot about it until just now.
Okay.
Are you taking care of everybody else, Tiffany?
Oh.
And I was told that we were all doing that pretty much.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. So are you
Mhm.
taking care of a lot of other people? Yeah.
We don't prioritize ourselves, and then we end up shortchanged. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not saying
exactly.
it's some disastrous thing that's going on. I'm just saying we have to have self-care. And
Yeah, she says taking care of others.
There's that. There's also that the car's not disappearing. She's leaving and visiting other places.
Yeah.
that's possible. Yes. So you're in a different location. Your car's not there.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charlie says fear as you expand and leave old self behind. That's really cool too.
Okay. That is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary Starshine's birthday. My goodness.
Oh my gosh, Mary, are you
Parents
kidding
were
me?
very, very busy in October?
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
When the frost is on the pumpkin. Yes, there you go. All right. Happy birthday, everybody. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So Juanita has a two-part, two thing dream here. I had a dream about being in a home, like I was a girl who was in some home with unfamiliar surroundings and strangers. It was like I was in someone else's life. And there was a dream I was camping with my family and we found a place to eat and I needed to find a bathroom and couldn't find one. But when I tried to go back inside, it was locked. Are these in the same sequence, Juanita? I think we'll take the first one first. Being in a home. It sounds past life, doesn't it?
That's past life.
Yeah.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's past life. And it could even be the next one is as well. You were camping with family, you found a place to eat. I needed to find a bathroom, but when you went back, the door was locked. Something similar happened actually to my dad when he was a little boy, just a little boy. He couldn't get in his house and he ended up pooping his pants because the door was locked. And he was so embarrassed because he was like 6 or 7 years old. And, but you know, they locked the house because they didn't want anybody to get in or anything. And I'm just thinking, so what you were trying to do is release something and you released it, but then you wanted to get back into where you were safe and you weren't able to get in. So I don't know. What do you ladies and gentlemen think?
But she couldn't find one. Did you release? She looked
Oh.
for a bathroom but couldn't find one. So
maybe she didn't release.
right.
Yeah,
And
maybe
they-
there's something to let go of.
Right.
Yeah, to surrender.
Yeah. And maybe it was that home with unfamiliar surroundings and strangers.
Right.
Yeah. From the first part. Yeah.
And if she hasn't released it, it's still locked in.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
And Rossi said, I get you're blocking, something's blocking you from releasing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good, Rossi.
Well, next time, if you can get back to any of those dreams and ask questions, that's, you know, between sleep and dreaming is that lucid dreaming state. And you can ask, or you can actually go back and ask for further information. You know, it's like research. I'd like to go back in and get further information on this dream to clarify it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. And also you can stop the dream and say, yeah, I don't like this part. Let's go over here.
Can we
Show me
change it?
something better.
Yeah.
I have to tell you though, Juanita, I have an awful lot of bathroom dreams because it's
Yeah.
always something I need to release. And
It's a sacred place, the
It is.
bathroom. Yes.
well, and I you know, I have to blame my mother in some ways because you weren't supposed to use the bathroom unless you were home. And
Oh.
you can't do that to a kid. You can't do that.
No,
You
Yeah.
can't.
right? We weren't allowed in anybody else's house.
Right.
That's
Right.
their house. You can't go in.
Yeah. Or you can't go to the you know, it's a public place. You can't go
You
to the
come
bathroom
home.
here.
You can't
It's not
make it home.
sanitary. Yeah.
Right? You're playing. How you going to
Yeah.
make it home?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, well, thank you, Juanita. So we have Amy Warrior Princess. I couldn't find a place to stay while I was waiting for my apartment. I became homeless. I moved to another state to my sister's and I ended up losing my apartment. I'm trying to stay in Michigan so I don't lose my insurance and apartment. Help.
Is this a dream, Amy, or is this
That's what she
a
said.
question that you want
No,
us to
this
read
is-
on?
No,
Yeah.
I think this is a dream.
Real.
Mhm.
I think
And in
it's
real life, you're trying
You
to
think
stay-
it's real? Yeah, Amy?
Well, I think that she is trying to stay in Michigan. The dream might be
Yeah. Yeah.
part of that, or stem off of the fact that she's trying to stay in Michigan.
Worried about things. Right.
Amy,
So
where
she-
do you live?
I think she lives in Michigan.
She's
Well,
in Michigan.
yeah, I mean, where?
Oh,
I'm in
Well-
Michigan. And I know she's told me before, but I can't remember.
okay. I don't see her answering, but I'll keep my eye out. Wow. All right.
That's kind of like getting locked out of the house just before,
Mm-hmm.
she loses her apartment.
Yeah.
What part of you have you been forced to give up?
Maybe it's a fear. These are fear dreams that she will be homeless, that she won't find her apartment, or won't be able to keep an apartment. And she'll lose her insurance. She'll lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a fear based.
Blooms won't let her stay.
Her mother won't let her stay, or her sister won't let her stay. Okay. Yeah. It's very possible. I know that she's trying to take care of her mom and get other young people to help care for her mom.
Right.
I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that you're supposed to surrender to.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know the answers, and we feel like we need those before we can move forward. But sometimes we have to take a leap and trust the universe will put us in the place we need to be. So, and that's a hard thing to do when you're by yourself as well. When there's only you, that's really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's right, Mary. Homelessness in a dream could reflect an internal state, mirroring a lack of emotional grounding and
Yeah.
support. Thank you from Google. And she does feel like she lacks emotional grounding and help from other people.
Yeah.
Because she
Mhm.
said that before in a chat. That's right.
Yeah.
So, hi, Brenda.
Bye, Dr. Ann.
Bye, Dr. Ann. Yep.
Bye, Dr.
so-
Ian.
I'm going to say that this is your fears that are operating on you, and in your circumstance, I would say that would be really a normal thing. You're trying to work it out, and in order to work it out, you can't do it in the physical, so you're going to do it at night in your dreams. Hopefully, get the answer.
Is her mother in a home?
No,
No,
she's
at home.
she's at home. Amy takes care of her, but her brothers and
They
sisters aren't
can't.
helping.
They can't kick her mother out. She's disabled. They can't.
Right.
They can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're trying to kick her mother out, but I think Amy would like to have her own place.
Yeah. I think
Well,
she was
yeah,
talking
that's
about it.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And she can't
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
And she's
So-
not getting help. Aw.
Has somebody taken something away from you? I am blessed and grateful for my generous heart.
Mhm.
I just kind of feel like maybe at some time you
Mhm.
didn't get the generosity that you deserved, honey.
That's right.
I am my best self when I am truly me, because
Mhm.
just fly with it, fly free. I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, she has
I
a
agree.
place that
She
needs
has a
help.
place where she
Yeah.
needs help.
Yeah,
definitely.
she does.
Mm.
She does.
I know at some point she was trying to move to London, and she really wanted to live in England, and just everything conspired that she couldn't go. And I think a lot of it had to do with who's going to take care of her mother,
Sure.
So she has that burden, and so this is what happens if we can't solve things in our daily life. We get them in our nightly life to try to solve them that way. So
Yeah.
This is about a loss of freedom.
Yeah,
yep, I agree.
Mhm.
definitely.
Anyway, Amy, we're sending you lots of love and prayer that things will work themselves out for you for your best beneficial outcome.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Anya.
Anybody have a surefire way of remembering your dreams?
Mm.
Sleep alone.
If I did, I'd remember my dreams.
Yep.
Yeah.
It-
Oh, go ahead.
I was
I think we
just gonna say,
remember what we're supposed to remember.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Points in our lives, we will remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, if you can sleep with a pad of paper and a pencil right next to your pen,
Yeah.
or your phone. For me, it's better for me when I write it.
Yeah.
And even if you can just remember one sentence, like if you have to get up and go to the bathroom first and then come back and do it, go ahead and, remember that one sentence and jot it down. Usually some of it'll come back, but they also always say recapitulation before you go to bed at night,
True.
remembering what you did during the day. And then
Mhm.
that's helpful.
Mhm. It is helpful. And yeah, you have to foresee that you're going to get up, you're going to awaken in the morning. Most of us have to run to the bathroom in the morning, but you can't have your foot hit the floor without writing down your dream, or you'll start losing it the minute it does. Now, there are some people like Diana that have I can't even believe she can remember all that stuff. Most of us don't have that kind of ability, but if you write down even a few keywords, like they said, that would be helpful. Maybe you were out in the woods, or you got lost, or like a car dream.
Mhm.
Try to remember as best as you can what else was happening, but mostly, how do you feel? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you whatever? And that will give you an idea. You keep a notebook by the toilet, Leah, or you suggest that. That's a great idea.
I think
That's
that's brilliant, Leah. I need a desk in there.
No, yeah, it's everywhere.
I know a lot of people have bathroom reading, so why not have a bathroom notebook?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I mean, after all, the guides do come in and tell you some of their greatest secrets while you're in there.
Absolutely.
you.
And Willow, I agree with you. There are the ones that you really, really remember for days or whatever, those are the most important ones.
They are. Totally.
They really are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some are so vivid you always remember. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay though, Anya. Yeah.
Leah
and
says
it's funny.
get a datura plant. Leah said to get a datura plant, which I just happened to grow, and she found out, and it's like, well, no wonder you travel like you do.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't take it. I don't eat it. I do want to make some salve with it.
Oh, that's
the
funny.
plant that
Mary, that's cracking me up.
Oh, Mary, they're funny.
But make sure when you write in your book, you put it in a shelf or something that somebody's not going to come in and
Yes,
start
think it's
reading your dreams.
Right.
And it's funny. I actually found a notebook of a dream that I wrote down in the 90s. And I was fairly good, not like Diana again, but I wrote some things into it. But the minute I started reading it, I remembered everything. And that was 20, 30 years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago, but it was just enough to make me go, oh, I remember that dream,
Well, it's like the grocery list you don't take with you, but you wrote the list. And so you have a visit.
But you always forget something on that grocery list.
Yeah. I would have missed it just reading it. So
I forget the list.
Oh, that's funny. So Ginny dreamed of a 3-year-old boy knocking on my car door. I was sitting parked next to a busy street at night. I grabbed him and put him on my lap and asked for his name. Maybe Eduardo, starts with an E. 3-year-old boy.
What a joy. I mean, your inner child, maybe, Jenny. But,
Jenny.
Yeah. So, kids are full of joy and they don't have any of those preconceived ideas or social constructs that we get stuck with as we get older. It's just like everything's there, right there, and raw, and it's so beautiful. And I
It
love
is.
that you held him. That's beautiful, Jenny.
So
Jenny,
I'm wondering. Oh, go ahead, Diana. Go
well,
ahead.
I was going to ask her, are you going to Florida? Because Ernesto's coming up and he's ready to be a hurricane.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting. My first thought was, and I don't know if you have children at all yourself. It could have been a past life, but I also thought maybe it would be one of your grandchildren that's making himself known to you. And I know you may not be old enough to have a grandchild, so, but it may be that it is going to come. You know,
Right.
Oh,
doesn't have to be right
wow.
away.
Future
Yeah.
grandchild.
Yeah, I can
I
really
got a last name.
You did? Yeah.
Mhm. Fuentes.
Fuentes. Oh, Eduardo
Oh.
Fuentes. Ooh.
That's a beautiful name.
Or it could be like a son-in-law that if you have a daughter that, yeah. I sense it's something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. He might be only 3 now.
Inspiration. Yeah, I got inspiration.
Oh,
So that's just harmony, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
So much
Definitely.
harmony coming in.
But Eduardo is also, I hope it isn't a Hurricane 3.
Oh,
What is it? The 3 category, category 3? A category 3.
I think it is. I don't know.
Okay.
It was gearing up to be called.
Okay.
I got the
Tropical storm.
Tropical storm right now? Okay.
Once it gets past Puerto Rico, it may strengthen towards Bermuda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that'll
Okay.
be
No children. She doesn't have children, but Carolyn, I got chills, she said.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah. Wow. What did you get, Diana? What card? I'm sorry.
the compassion card.
Compassion. And that's what she was being. She saw him, he
Mhm.
was knocking on the door, and she brought him in and sat with him, and that was compassionate action.
Right. And
Yeah.
and that heart in the middle. And
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Look
beautiful.
at that.
this
yeah.
was the
Yeah.
color of the dress that was in the dream.
Oh, I love that color.
I know, me too.
Could
Yeah.
Eduardo also be an inner child guide? That's possible as well.
mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
yeah. Wow.
This is a child waiting to be born.
Ooh, I love that. Love that.
I don't know, Jenny. Are you
Mhm.
maybe it's you. Maybe it's one for you. I don't know. All right. Never say never. You never know. All right. So we got Willow. I had a dream. I saved a boy whose parents abandoned him. Our group was held hostage after by another group that didn't like what we were doing. The next thing I know, I'm working past a group of guys in, ooh, I don't
Did we
know.
lose the other part?
I think so.
Do you know what number that one was at?
It was on it, so it'd be 9:20 your time. I think it has to do with your situation, Willow, and your boys. I think that you feel like you've abandoned your boy, and you do feel like your ex is holding him hostage. I don't know what the second part of it is.
I'm not seeing it. I don't see a second part. Can you repost
Well,
it? Laura?
my oldest asked me how big he was, that one.
No, because that was like a lot later.
Oh,
Oh, that one was a lot later.
oh,
Okay.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at a time difference on my clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
The group of guys, did you feel as though they were preventing you from getting to your son?
Ah, yes. All right. So what have you got? My eldest didn't want to pry.
Oops, sorry, Sally. Oh,
The
I
group
didn't
of
wanna do
guys,
that.
were you in a bathing suit and said you wish you could F you right now and you had to go through a test with a new vehicle meant to catch you? Read the second part.
Do you see it? Did you start?
Yeah, she just put it back up. I'm wondering if, okay. So the first part is what I said, because I realized that you're not with your younger son, and that's difficult for you, and that you feeling your son is held hostage by your ex, but the ex is also trying to F you over.
Oh yeah, you read my
Mm.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's
And-
testing.
Testing you, and it says you had to go through a test with a new vehicle. That's a test you're going through for a new life.
Yeah,
Yep.
emotional.
And yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Mm.
Does that
Oh,
resonate
right.
with you, Willow? Because it's you that had the dream, but it's just so much about the uncertainty that you're feeling and the hold that this person is trying to. Yeah, the vehicle is your future. Yeah. Okay, it does resonate. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Good, honey. Lots
Yeah.
of love. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He doesn't want you to move on with your life, and he's in probably in some regard worried that you're going to find somebody else that will be with you. So he'd rather F you over at this point and be in control. Yeah.
Exactly. The tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's speaking a whole different language.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, Willow. Just know you're working through this in your sleep. And so because you're able to cope on some level
Mhm.
with what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But be at peace. Be at peace.
Absolutely. You didn't do anything wrong. Not at all. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was outside of the car, right? So there you go.
He couldn't get in to where he wants to be.
Mhm.
And that's where the effing word comes in, if you get my drift. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Nobody else is going to have you if I can't. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. Very
Mm.
powerful.
Sorry, honey.
I know. Okay, so this was about you had a deceased friend come in a dream in 2007. It was a brand new spanking. You were new to spirituality, sepia tone, except for bright white adhesive tape, cross on his forehead. He was pointing to it saying, tumor, tumor. Long story short, the message was for his wife. When I called her to let her know, she said, oh, that explains it. I'll see the neurologist. I remember you told me this, Anya, when we had a conversation.
Wow. Anya.
Yeah.
That is
Isn't that amazing?
amazing.
Yeah.
She told me about this
That
earlier.
explains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a
very
pro-
prophetic. Yeah. Mhm.
Amazing that he knew to come to you, Anya. I mean, it's not amazing. Of course he knows. To
And
come
then,
to
of course, she had to tell the wife. And so she had to figure out a way to tell the wife that in order for her to go see a neurologist. But the fact that she said, oh, okay, that explains it. I'll go.
you. Yeah.
He probably wasn't acting himself.
Right.
She went, oh, well, that explains it. We'll go to a neurologist then.
That's
Yep.
so awesome.
I know. All right. Let's see.
You're a healer. You're a healer.
She is a healer. She is.
Yeah. So beautiful, Anya.
Thanks for that. Transformation is manifesting for all of us. Yes, we do need to flow with it. Thank you, Lori. That's awesome. Craig, you didn't see this in Catholic Mass. I taped a thread to a dollar bill and would yank it back out of the basket. Oh, Craig, you little rascal.
Oh, we used to have those. One of my girlfriends had that, and she would take it to a bar and she would put a $20 bill on the ground on one of those things, and it have a little like yo-yo thing that you could snap it and then slide back, and people would try to reach over and grab it. Then they get so mad at her.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God,
wow.
it was horrible.
You're funny.
Oh,
my God.
Craig.
All right. I had a vision brought on by music and had me so deep in tears. Was it a vision or a past life? She was sitting cross-legged near the Ganges. and the sun was shining on the water. That must have been a past life. That
I
had
feel
to.
like I'd go
Yeah.
there.
Music reminded you of the past life.
Yeah.
The Ganges
Yeah.
is the river.
It's like the most sacred river in India, isn't it? But it's really
Mhm.
rotten dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's all sorts of temples built on it.
Sure. Sure. A lot of people don't they put out funeral the
Yes.
dead float on? Yeah. Have you been
Yeah.
there, Peter? Have you been
No,
there?
no,
No.
I've seen that particular documentaries on it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I've been to
That's
the one in Kathmandu where they,
Okay.
um,
Light them on fire.
yeah, they
Yeah.
light them on fire and the whole family stays there. Everybody wears all white and you stay up all night
Yeah.
until your loved one is turned to ashes and then they go into the sacred waters.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful service.
Beautiful
I
thing.
remember Deepak Chopra talked about when his father died, and he actually some bones don't turn to ash, and so he had to smash the bones
Oh, wow.
of his father. That was what the son is supposed to
Mhm.
do when the
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, it's a Hindu tradition. Okay, Mary, you had a dream you were speaking fluent Spanish and heard myself as I woke up. I've not ever been fluent, even though I took it in high school and college. Another past
Past life.
Yeah, another past life. It's amazing.
Yeah.
On a ranch with
Mhm.
horses.
Yeah.
Okay, Linda. Welcome, Linda. Your worst fear is losing your car. Not a dream you were in a serious car accident with injury. My car was totaled, but I'm in litigation at present and I have excellent attorneys. However, oh, Linda,
Mm.
this is so difficult because whatever we think about and put our energy into finds a way to manifest itself in our life. And I'm not saying you brought it to you because I don't want to be that cruel to say something like that. But it's like we have to be careful what we think. It's
Right.
like thoughts are things. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad you're okay. I hope you have, good litigation. It's either that or maybe you had a what is the word?
Premonition?
Premonition that you were going to have this accident.
Oh.
And you were more concerned with losing the car than yourself. I don't know. Yeah. Any thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? No?
Well, the way I read it is that this was not a dream. This actually took place.
Yeah.
Right. It did actually take place, but she had fear that she would lose a car or lose her car. That was like her worst fear. And so I'm wondering if it was a precognition that she was having because she kept having this feeling that was a fear of hers. So did she bring that event to her by worrying about it? That was my thought. So I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen whether we fear it or not, right?
That's true.
So,
That's true.
I don't think she was calling it in this case. Sometimes that does happen, yes, but in this case, I don't think she was calling it in. I think what you said first, the precognition on it.
Yeah.
First car accident in 40 years. Okay.
Poor thing.
Triple
Yeah.
X.
I got observed. So you were already observing it happening on one
Yeah.
level and one plane. And then it happened. You already knew.
Yeah.
That's Mary thinks so. Or did she know about the future event? That's the precognition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, Mary?
And Lisa, this keeps coming. I'm sorry, I said Lisa.
Linda.
Yeah. I kept shuffling because every time I looked at the bottom of the deck, the gratitude card was there. So I pull it from the top and it's the gratitude card. So you're gifted. So pay attention to these warnings that you get.
Yeah, it was a warning. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I
Speak
agree.
with your guides and call them
Mhm.
in constantly to keep you in tune with that.
Yep.
Yes,
I sure hope everything goes
Someone
okay for you, Linda. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Someone else's contract crossed with yours.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. That's
So
very true.
there was no getting out of it. But
Mhm.
your contract wasn't at an end. Theirs was.
Theirs was. Okay. Okay. They found her, in other words. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we got the last one here for the evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and staying and hanging in with us. Deanne says, is there something we can do before going to sleep that helps us comprehend and remember our dreams with clarity? Does diet or an illness affect our dreams?
Oh, great question.
Sugar's always good for getting some, getting a dream. It
Yeah.
really is. Ice cream before bed, perfect.
Chocolate, cheese.
I
Peanut
like
butter.
it. I like the way he thinks, you know?
Chocolate for my birthday.
Ah. So how
There you
much of
go.
it is left?
Yeah.
Well, they're only that big, but I got a plate full.
So with Deanne, the biggest thing for me that disturbs any remembrance of my dreams are my dogs on the bed, and I have no choice because they just are there. And but I find that when they either sleep out in the living room, sometimes they do, or my husband isn't sleeping in the same bed, that's easier for me, but that's just a personal thing. The other thing I do is I usually drink a lot of water, and I know I have to get up and pee in the middle of the night, but then I remember those dreams.
Yeah.
And so that helps me. So I'm not going through this whole long 8 hours shift, so to speak, and then trying to remember everything, because most people only can remember the last 10 or 20 minutes of their dream at just before they wake up. So
Sure, and illness, of course. It's
Yeah.
like it's your personal environment. So the environment around us influence us in the dream world. But also, if you're running a fever, you're more open, right? Your things are
Mhm.
coming your way more open. Like I'm sick with scarlet fever. I
Oh,
vomit
yeah.
into a bucket, and just as this hits the water, it suddenly turns pink and it has this dark red blackish spot. And a minute later, a guy on the radio says President Kennedy's been shot. My
Mhm.
mom's in the basement. She thinks I'm making it up because I go running down the stairs.
Yeah.
She turns on the television and it was going on. And what I had seen was Jackie's suit. That's what
Oh.
it looked like, was Jackie's suit.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was 13 then. So, I mean, you are open for stuff to come.
Rossi wonders if we're doing a meetup soon.
you
Yeah, we
you were you were in it last night.
That was it, Rossi. Yeah. Leah
Oh.
said magnesium before you go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that too.
Magnesium
Yeah.
is very
Now
good.
I have to tell you, if you have something really crazy to eat, and I mean, like, maybe you eat a huge amount of food, you went out to eat, you had dessert, you had all this stuff, you could have what they call a spaghetti dream, which is just a whole bunch of weird stuff trying to throw itself against the wall and sticking. And maybe we should call it a Trump ketchup dream. I don't know. But it's just like, it's a crazy dream that makes no sense, really, because you overeat.
Do that. Yeah.
A good curry.
Mm.
But I don't think that cheese or chocolate qualifies, and or calzones or anything good like that, because
Right. A
you
little
know,
goes
Oh, no.
a long way.
They don't.
A lot.
They don't.
yeah. Oh no. Or lemon custard pies or something. I
Ooh,
love this.
yeah.
I wanted to put this up because Deanne says, I'm going to write a gift for you. Have a nice day on a rock and send it on a 20 and leave it out somewhere in public to pay it forward. I love
Deanna,
Oh.
amazing.
I love that. I love that.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Here in Seattle, you know, if you get in a line at Starbucks, probably about at least 2 out of 10 times, you'll get a free coffee from somebody in front of you. They do that
That's
all the
so
time.
That's special.
So, you know, they say you don't have to pay it forward to the guy behind you, but most of us end up doing that. The only problem is if you go to get a cup of coffee and the guy behind you has 3 frappuccinos and a couple of sandwiches, you know, you're kind of like, well, it's a little
Yeah.
I'll
bit
pay for one
little rich.
coffee.
I
Yeah.
only have so.
Yeah.
I give like $10. I'll take
Yeah.
$10 to that one.
Oh, that's nice. I'll catch Dream of Fancy Cakes. Oh, this is great. I want to. Oh yeah, Chinese food can be that way. How about this from Leah? Vote for Walls. He's not falls.
I love it.
I like also
Wonderful.
balls to the walls.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Had a wonderful time per usual. Again, happy birthday, Carolyn. And it's I hope you enjoy the rest of your month because you know Terry's still she was in July, but she still has a few more weeks that she can enjoy her birthday because birthdays last a month, I believe. And
At least, minimum. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Leo season.
absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a lot of other people that we've said happy birthday to in the chat. And I hope you have a beautiful birthday as well. So
Yes.
Yeah.
thank you, Terry.
Right?
Thank you, Diana. Yeah.
And
What do you got?
remember, create,
Create. There you go. Create.
create,
And thank you, Peter. And
heal,
yeah. And heal. Yeah. Well, I
And-
hope Kelly heals.
and
Kelly
awake.
needs to heal.
Yes.
Kelly's got a
Yeah.
stomach ache over in, she's got a stomach ache over in India. So let's send her all love.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi, Rush. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye,
See
everybody.
you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.